Hey, my name is Alec Wenzel and I do gear reviews and lessons here on YouTube, and I'm starting a new short mini lesson series where I try to teach you a concept in 5 minutes or less. They're going to be loosely based on some other stuff that we've sort of talked about here on the channel, and today's lesson is going to be on sus chords. So we're going to learn what a sus chord is and how to play one in all different positions on the neck in 5 minutes or less. So here we go. So what is a sus chord? Well, a sus chord is what happens when we change either our major and minor chords by replacing a note in that chord. And the note that we're replacing is the third. Our major and minor chords are built from notes within major and minor scales, right? So if I have a C major chord, I've built that with the 1, the 3, and the 5 from that C major scale. If I have a C minor chord, I built it with the 1, the 3, and the 5 from a C minor scale. So if I wanted a C sus chord, in both cases, I would replace that third with the fourth note in that scale, right? So a C sus chord would no longer be the 1, the 3, and the 5. It would be the 1, the 4, and the 5. So now let's look at a shape that we can use to do this. So why are we using an E chord as the shape that we're going to use for our sus chord? Well, it's because E is a movable shape. E's and A's are what we use for our bar chords. So if we can identify the third in an E or an A shape and change it to the fourth, then we're able to play it at multiple points on the neck. And there we have all sus chords played in multiple places using an E shape shifted into an E sus shape. All right, so how do we turn this E major chord into an E sus chord so that we can move it around with our bar? Well, like I said a second ago, we're going to determine what notes are in an E major chord by looking at an E major scale, right? So we look at our E major scale and we see that our 1, our 3, and our 5 are E, G sharp, and B, and that our 4 is an A. So then we look at our E major chord and we identify the notes in it, right? And those notes are going to be E, B, E, G sharp, B, and E. So now that we've seen that we only have 1/3 in there, only one G sharp, we're going to move that G sharp to an A. And we do that by just shifting it over 1 fret, right? So now my fingers are covering the A, the D, and the G string all in the 2nd fret, giving us this E sus chord. Now that we have this E sus chord, we could just move it around with that bar like I discussed earlier. See, that's an A sus chord because I'm barring in the 5th fret, but I'm keeping the shape the same. Here's a G sus chord. It's a G sus chord because I'm barring in the 3rd fret, but I'm keeping my shape the same. That's a B sus chord because I'm barring in the 7th fret, I'm keeping the shape the same. Now that you can apply this, you can just move that around chromatically. And that's how you have access to every sus chord that you could possibly need. All right, and with that, that's been my mini lesson on sus chords. My name is Alec Wenzel. If you liked what you heard today, please like and subscribe for more guitar content. We're going to start doing more of these mini lessons just to see how people like them. Comment what you want to learn. And then, of course, please check out my longer videos on different gear that I'm playing and different things that I'm thinking about for lessons. We cover everything from beginner to advanced topics, and I try to make them palatable for both because lots of stuff applies to everybody. So if you enjoyed it, like I said again, please like, subscribe, comment. That stuff really helps me out, and I'm trying to grow the channel, and I love to hear from you guys. So stay tuned. Another mini lesson will be coming hopefully very soon.